Welcome back to Pierre. First game here with the Spearfish. We played them on the road a couple times, but first time seeing them here in Pierre at the Hyde Stadium. First off, before we get into individual questions, thoughts on tonight's game, the pitching performances, batting, things like that.
Yeah, I thought we gave them that game. I don't know if they actually necessarily beat us like they have in the past. We had some base running mistakes, a couple missed opportunities on the timely hitting. I'll let Coach May talk about Nathan June, but man, that guy threw a great game tonight. You can't say anything bad about him tonight on the mound. He did great.
Yeah, I'd love to hear, Coach May, your thoughts on June, and I guess it would be his first start here at home.
Yeah, Nathan June begging for a start here and there. His last start he actually threw against the same team and had a very similar result. And just words from their hitters, you just can't really pick the ball up well out of his hand, but he's a competitor. Kid's an animal on the mound. He's pumped up, and his fastball was working, his all-speed was, but he never really showed bad body language on the mound. He competed, and he threw strike one, so I think he did very well tonight.
Yeah, I want to talk just a quick bit about the strategy with Nathan June. Obviously, a great game from him. Can't really count him out in this battle. You had two pitchers warming up in the 7th and 8th inning. What was the decision for you and maybe the thought process with you keeping June in for the 8th inning, even though he continued to deal?
We was having discussions probably an inning or two before, and it's mainly on him. He kind of convinced me to just let him stay in there.
Coach Jamie?
Yeah,
okay.
We was looking at matchup-wise, and he was just saying that those top two hitters they have up there at the top, the switch guys, I think it's McHenry, and I can't think of the other kid's name, but they hadn't seen the ball very well off of him. And so our best option was to keep them on that weaker side, which was their right side, and let June work. And he was in a groove, so.
Yeah, I mean, smart call by Jamie then, if that was the case. Came in and shut the door. Lopez came in the 9th. Can you speak to me a little bit about how you thought his performance went?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it could have been a little better. Gave up some free bases right there. I thought he threw some non-competitive pitches at times. But for him to be at his best, he's got to compete with everything he's got, every pitch. And once he learns that, he'll be a good guy on the mound. And so somebody's going to really pick up a gem right there.
Yeah, I was picking up the trash and doing waters, and it seemed like he wasn't very happy with his performance going over to the bullpen and working on some stuff. Did he talk to you a little bit about what he thought went wrong in his performance at all?
He didn't say much. All he told me was that he didn't feel sharp, whether that was just not throwing for a while or just not being ready. Regardless of that, though, he just said he wasn't sharp as he wanted to be, and I would agree with that. And, I mean, that just shows you who he is as a person. Go down, get his work in after the game, and try to get better that way.
Yeah, definitely a dog. Been fighting all summer for us, and you can tell what kind of person he is when he doesn't have his great performance. He's always working. One of the first people here trying to get his stuff done.
And you'll always find him doing the mound as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Great guy overall. Coach Jamie, I want to go back to you. You spoke a little bit about some of the base running mishaps. Can you maybe highlight either if it was one instance or two instances, and tell us what went wrong in those plays?
You know what? I think it was just a lapse of mental awareness out there at times. You know, every one of the base running mistakes was on just not thinking. You know, we stole third early in the game. We got thrown out. You know, that was cost us a run with the top of the lineup up there. Just get thrown out, going out on an extra base when off the wall. You tried to stretch a double into a triple with no outs with the top of our lineup coming up. Bottom of the 8th, we stole the bag. We got thrown out when we need base runners, and we got the top of our lineup coming up. So it was really just not thinking right there, not knowing the game, not being mentally into the game, which was kind of a bummer because, you know, every time we go out, we want to compete, you know, and unfortunately we can't compete. We just got to put it on the players, and sometimes it gets lackadaisical out there. And, you know, I just told the kid, you know, we need base runners in that situation. Bottom of the 8th, we got 2 runs down, and unfortunately it didn't work out our way. But we'll be better.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I want to maybe speak a little bit about saying a little lackadaisical today. Was it because of the long trip from Fremont that you maybe felt like they didn't have as much energy? Speak of a lot of momentum. The whole season. Can you speak to me about how the players are feeling going into this game?
You know what? It's the last week of the season. It's tough to see how they're feeling. Everybody's a little tired. Everybody's looking forward to home and maybe looking past these games at times when this is a team we can go out, we have competed against, and we haven't won yet. So in my mind, I think in Coach May's mind, we're going out there, we want to get a win against this team because they have beat us every time. I don't know if it was a long bus ride, but we had a great bus ride. We had some great team camaraderie on the bus on the way home last night. We had a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with this team. It's just sometimes, we miss the mark and forget what we're doing at times, I think.
Sure. One more question for you, Coach Jamie, and then I'll throw it back to you, Coach May. I want to speak a little bit about the bats. We had obviously a great start to our game with a solo shot from Caden, but other than that, shutout throughout the rest of the game. Can you speak to me on if it was their pitching or if we were being impatient? Maybe go through some of our plate appearances and tell me what was so wrong about today's hitting.
You know what? I don't think necessarily anything was wrong with it. I think that a couple times we went after that first pitch, squared it up, and hit it right at them. That team's got a great defense. That left side of the infield on their team is unbelievable. Those kids are really good ball players over there. And then they had McAdoo at first, and that guy is long and lengthy over there and a great ball player. It's just a good ball club. So if we don't square it up and get a base hit, they're going to make the play on us. So I don't know if we had bad at bats. We at times probably watched too many pitches tonight in hitters counts, which is unfortunate. But we got on that guy and we just didn't get the timely hits again tonight. I don't know if it was our bats. We've been hitting the ball pretty well, and tonight we squared up a couple and hit it right at them. Cole hit one off the wall, and we got thrown out at third, and it's just we lacked the timely hitting, and we were not aggressive on a couple pitches that we should have been tonight.
Sure. Thank you, Coach. Coach May, one final question before I throw it over to Tyler. Hasn't been very many instances where we've been at home to be able to know when a player is leaving, but we do know that Cole Yancey's leaving, and he's been here pretty much the whole summer. Can you speak to me about him as a player, sending him off, and what he's meant to this team throughout the whole summer?
We got this inside joke with the team called 13 day ones or something like that, and so he was one of those. He was here from day one. Been tough times, a lot of tough times this summer, but he's persevered through it. Speak very highly of him. He's a good ball player. He has things he does have to work on, but he knows that. He shows up every day to come play, so just high respect for him.
Yeah, we'll definitely be missing Yancey. Seems like he had a hot bat towards here at the end of the season, so definitely a big hole in our lineup for the next couple games. Tyler, what do you have for us?
On the impact of Cole Yancey leaving, what does that mean for the lineup heading into the rest of the season?
Still going to compete. We're still going to put our best nine out there. We're going to have some moving parts, but we're going to put a good product out there. We're going to try to win.
Late in the game, it was the 8th inning when Caden Cardoso seemed to be hitting the pitch in his rib cage. Do you have any information on what his injury has been diagnosed as?
You know what? He got hit pretty good. In the elbow. So his whole arm went numb. It was a little frightening for him, he said, because he didn't have any feeling. The trainer worked on him. We're going to go in tomorrow and see how he feels. Caden's a gamer. Even if he can barely move, he's going to want to be in the lineup. So we're going to go. We'll see how he acts or feels tomorrow.
Jacob Newman started behind the dish tonight. What did you see from him behind the plate?
I thought he received it very well, actually. I thought he made plays. He had one ball kick away through a guy to third. I thought he didn't have any mental errors. I thought he did great behind the plate today.
I think I'm good.
Okay. We got 3 more games at home, and then kind of a weird Friday, Saturday. I'm not really sure what we're going from there. What can we expect the next couple games here at home?
Well, I can tell you this: we're going to come out, we're going to pitch it well, we're going to try to put some runs on the board, we're going to try to give the fans a good product.
Awesome. Any final words about tonight?
Thank you for everyone that came out. We owe that team one again. I know I've said that a couple times. We owe that team one. So thank you all the fans for coming out, and just keep on coming out.
Yep. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a good night.